Hello and welcome back to another Rugby Geeks. Today we are going to have a look at the best of the rest. So just imagine that the current England squad were all unselectable. What are the options that Eddie's got instead? And we're going to have a look at a few of those and see who's about and what is on offer around the Gallagher Premiership. Do please smash that like button and subscribe. It means an awful lot and is a massive help as well. So please do that as we get you off and underway with our loose head prop. Alec Hepburn, in and out of the England squad. A great addition. It's been having a pretty decent season around the park down at Sandy Park. And he is our loose head, so often rolling with him. Into the hooker position then we have got Tom Dunn. Obviously Luke Cowan-Dicky, the inform hooker at the moment, and rightfully in the squad, but Tom is knocking on that door after being involved with the England squad in those autumn internationals, in the Autumn Nations Cup. Okay, at tight head then, so we've got Harry Williams. Like his Exeter counterparts, he has been in and around that squad. Exeter really dominating the England squad of recent years. Obviously Kyle Sinclair and Will Stewart are hard to move, and he will probably get a few more chances off the bench, but nothing more than that. But he does make our what if squad. Right, on to the locks. So first of all we have got Ed Slater. A quality player for Gloucester, had a really good season, huge carry rates, big old beefy boy to get around the park, and he slots in at number 4. In at number 5, in the other lock position, we've got David Ribbons from Northampton Saints. He was called up to the England squad as a replacement for clubmate Courtney Laws, and fully deserved is that call-up. A fantastic player, had a really good season, and looking forward to seeing more from him in the future. Right, not a lot needs to be said about our blindside flanker. He's one of those players' names that's been in the media an awful lot of recent, with question marks as to why Eddie hasn't picked him, but Don Brandt is there in our blindside position. He is absolutely on fire at the minute, second highest try scorer in the Prem. This Harlequin's number 8 is an absolute lethal weapon, but we've slotted him in to that blindside role for today's team. Right, on to open side, and we've got Will Evans, another Quinn. He's an absolute turnover machine at the stoop. He's caught the eye of many this season, though it's definitely going to be difficult for him to dislodge the likes of Tom Curry. But he does, of course, make our what if team. Right then, no surprises who's going at number 8. It seems the more the press and the media push Eddie, the more he resists. He refuses to have selection by media, and therefore he gets to go in our team, which is good news for us. Bad news for Sam Simmonds, because it means he doesn't actually get to play for England. But the reigning European Player of the Year, Sam Simmonds, still at the height of his form. Eddie, are you okay? Because you ain't seeing something we all are. Anyway, he's in at number 8, and that concludes the forwards. Right then, on to the backs, the pretty boys. And of course, he has been in and around the squad a little bit, but we've gone with Ben Spencer at 9. Really solid player, on loan at Bath from Saracens. Yeah, all round top player, and will do very well in our what if squad. Right then, no surprises who's going at 10. It's the boy wonder himself, another Quinn. Could this be that Quinns are going to start developing some better positions in the league with these starlets that they are developing at the moment? Some really promising players coming out of Quinns. But he's the top point scorer this season, is Marcus Smith. He is a fabulous kicker, and he's got it all, really. He's got wonder hands, great vision, great boot, really sound player, and it's just a shame for him that he's going to face most of his career up against Farrell and Ford. Right, so blindside winger, we have gone a little bit left field with Nick David from Worcester Warriors. He has been in red hot form this season, and has been at the top of the charts for clean breaks. So he is one to watch, this young man. In the centres then, inside centre, we're going with Devoto. He's been in and out of the England squad since 2016, but he's only got 2 caps, so good enough to make our side for sure. And the centres form rarely drops. This guy is so consistent, it's unbelievable. But he slots in at number 12. Outside centre then, we have gone with Piers OConnor from Bristol Barebacks. He stood out this season in the back line, full of superstars at Bristol, but he still cannot work his way into that England setup. It's going to be very difficult for him to move the likes of Henry Slade, that's for sure. He does qualify for a few countries, so there's every chance that England will miss this opportunity with Piers OConnor. But yeah, he's a good player. Definitely one for the future. And then on the other wing, then we have gone for another youngie from Leicester Tigers, ripping it up this season. He is breaking lines for fun. Is Hasel Collins? Sorry, he makes our other wing, and again, one to watch for the future. Featured in the England under-20s team as well, so do keep an eye. And of course, staying with the youngies and with Leicester for our fullback, Freddie Stewart. Max Mallins has struggled for game time in the Six Nations, but was in good hand beforehand. Elsewhere, Leicester Tigers under 20-year-old Freddie Stewart is not on the radar just yet, but he will be if his form continues. He's absolutely ripping up the Prem. Right, okay, so that is our alternative 15 for Eddie. He's not going to pick any of them because somebody in the media has already named them, but it would be lovely to see some new faces. Eddie's made it very clear in interviews this week that he's not going to be making any significant changes to the squad as the Six Nations winds down. So pretty much we're going to see the same squad battle it out. But watch this space. In the summer, when if the Lions go ahead and if England tour, then expect to see quite a few new faces making debuts and picking up some extra caps that they haven't had before. It's very clear to me that that's going to be Eddie's strategy, is to look at new players when the opportunity arises as opposed to forcing the issue, which I can understand that. I can kind of get on board with that if players' form had been good enough, but it hasn't. So perhaps those changes need to come sooner. But who am I? I'm just a numpty on YouTube. Right, okay, so that's everything I've got today. Thanks very much for watching. Stick around. We've got plenty more stuff coming up. Hit that like button and subscribe. And this has been your alternative team for England. Thanks very much.